Planned Parenthood has finally filed a lawsuit against the Center for Medical Progress, and of course they've done so because this organization has completely misrepresented who they are and what they do to the IRS, granting them a tax-exempt status. Now, the suit to be filed in a U.S. District Court in San Francisco charges that the Irvine, California-based activist violated the Federal Racketeering and Corrupt Organization Act, or RICO Act. Every time I hear of RICO, I think of Sons of Anarchy, because there was like an entire season based on that. But anyway.
I think of Rico Suave.
You do?
Because I'm, old.
I think of that too. All right, the suit outlines the steps taken by Daladin, I can never say his name, and company, just to get in the buildings of the various abortion providers. Among them, falsified licenses and creating a fake fetal tissue research company called Biomax Procurement Services with a fictitious CEO, faux employees, and a sham website. They even mocked up company materials, all to make videos that are essentially fiction, okay? Now, here's the most important part of this and where I think Planned Parenthood has the strongest case against this organization. A key point in their case, one that has been raised before, is CMP's claim for tax-exempt status. According to the progressive research group American Bridge, the group was granted 501c3 nonprofit status by the IRS as a biomedicine charity for its work as a self-proclaimed bioethics awareness group. As you guys know, that's not what they do. Their whole point is to go after Planned Parenthood. It's a political group. It's a politically charged group. And as a result, Planned Parenthood is going to seize this opportunity to go after them in this suit.
I couldn't be happier. I can't believe it took this long, actually. And I can't believe those people aren't already being investigated by the government. Why does it take a lawsuit? Why doesn't this liberal dictator, Barack Obama...
Yeah, you would have thought.
You would think he would be doing something, right? Because he likes killing babies like lefty liberals do. So you would think he would have investigated this. Yeah, so thank God. Good for Planned Parenthood. By the way, these are losing issues for Republicans. They can't not shoot themselves in the foot, right? That people are pro-Planned Parenthood, people are pro-choice, people are pro-gay marriage. They're from the 20th century, the early part. They're out of touch with today. And that's why a guy like Bernie Sanders, who people think won't appeal to anybody, is going to beat them.
I was really happy to see Planned Parenthood make a concerted effort to fight back in this situation. It felt like they kind of tucked their tail initially when this happened. And it was frustrating as someone who supports them and I think so many women who use those services to see them sort of, allow themselves to be backed into a corner.
Right.
To be intimidated like that by a bunch of jerks with video cameras who entrapped them and heavily edited them.
Sure.
Yes.
And obviously went in with, it's just sneaky as shit. There's no other way to describe it.
There's a Planned Parenthood in my neighborhood, and I was walking my dog one day on a Sunday, and all of a sudden there's, 500 of these MFers on the corner where the Planned Parenthood is, and they all have the signs, and it's because of this video, right? That video stuff, and they're doing that, and this is my neighborhood. Literally, they're parking their cars in front of my house so they can go down and do that. And I don't know what. So the whole time I'm worked up. I didn't know what to do, and I just confronted I just went up to there holding a sign, and I just said, that's not true. If it's true, they would be arrested. That's not going on. And why do you have to lie to me? And then then the cops started coming. And so I got the hell out of there, and I went home and defriended some people on Facebook.
Yeah, that's the way you just got to blow off some steam sometimes. Right. Well, it's so frustrating because, it's another news cycle sideshow, everyone talking about these videos, and it distracts from the main issue, which is, Planned Parenthood talking about fetal tissue and all of that other stuff distracts from the fact that women who need access to services so they don't... they find out if they have breast cancer so that they can find out if they have an STD. So, we're talking about basic health care for women in need. That is it, and that's all, ultimately. And it's just this thin slice that they're using. And then they take it and they just beat us all over the head with it until nobody knows really what they're doing.
So to your point, this is obviously anecdotal, but it's something that I went through personally, and I think that it really demonstrates how important Planned Parenthood is for people who don't have the money for health insurance to get the health care that they need. So recently I went in for a regular physical, right? And you do a physical and they, do pap smears and all that other stuff. And a week later, I get a call back from my doctor, and she's like, hey, I just want to let you know that the pap smear came out abnormal, right? And I was like, what does that mean? She's like, we found precancerous cells, okay? Or there might be precancerous cells. It's not definitive, so you have to have more testing done. And I was like, okay, well, and by the way, it happened right before the show went live, and I was like about to be in tears, but I was like, okay, let me go get the testing done. Found a doctor who does the testing. I forget what the procedure is called. But in office...
I think it's probably colposcopy.
Yes, colposcopy.
I've had the exact... this has happened to so many women.
So many women, yes. It's very common. So I was like, okay, I found a doctor. I have insurance. TYT provides insurance. I have a PPO, so it's not bad insurance. I go in, doctor takes the insurance, great. She does the procedure. She's like, okay, here's your deductible, and then on top of that, they numb you, and apparently insurance doesn't cover the numbing agent, so you have to pay for that out of pocket. I paid $700 out of pocket, and then get this.
Because if insurance screws you, they want you to really feel it, which is why you can't be numb.
Yes. So $700, and then I'm like, okay, it's a lot of money, but I need to know, I need peace of mind. And then I go home, and thankfully the results come back, and everything's fine, right? And I'm relieved, but then I get hit with a $416 lab bill.
Oh, yeah.
So I paid over $1,000 just for that peace of mind. And look, it sucked and it was terrible and whatever, but at least I have some savings and I can take care of it. Planned Parenthood does all of that stuff for free if you can't afford it. I wish I would have done some research ahead of time, right? Sure. But imagine if Planned Parenthood didn't exist. What happens to all those women who rely on Planned Parenthood to get that kind of treatment or to get those kinds of tests done?
When you hear the people in the GOP and the right wing always talking about defunding Planned Parenthood, they don't say we want to defund the abortion part, and then here's our plan to make sure all that other part gets to poor women.
Oh, no, it's wholesale.
Hey, fuck poor women. We don't give a shit. We never give a shit. Bobby Jindal proved he didn't give a shit about poor people. It took a Democrat to get people health care in Louisiana, all right? Now look what happened in Kentucky. Republican takes over, gets rid of the health care for the poor people. And then why that isn't a bigger scandal in America, well, it's because we have shitty news journalism, but that should be a bigger scandal in America than it isn't. And those people, that's the funny thing, they never really, and the journalists won't point that out, that, hey, what are you going to do for the poor women who can't get health care now? What's your plan? Shouldn't you have a plan in place? They don't have a plan in place to replace Obamacare. They don't have a plan in place for Planned Parenthood.
No, they
don't have any plans. It's very easy to be a heckler and throw spitballs all day. It's really hard to come up with a plan that fixes shit, which is what the GOP doesn't want to do ever.